Micronesia's Pohnpei, an island located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Near the southeastern coast of the island, there's a small coral island named Temwen. This island is home to the Pacific Ocean's oldest megalithic remains, Nan Madol. Nan Madol, which is said to have been built by the Sodalir dynasty around the 12th century, is approximately 1.5 kilometers long and 0.5 kilometers wide. It consists of 92 artificial islets, with canals flowing between them. It is also called the Venice of the Pacific due to its unique appearance. The ruined city of Nan Madol is one of today's great archaeological enigmas. Because of this, many interesting hypotheses appeared, such as Nan Madol is a part of the Mu continent, or Nan Madol is the remnants of Atlantis. Now, what secrets could be hidden in Nan Madol? Temwen is an island made up of corals. To build an artificial city of stone on this island, they had to procure rocks from elsewhere. The stones used to build Nan Madol were basalt, a type of rock that does not exist on Pohnpei Island. The closest civilization to Nan Madol was 1,600 kilometers away, with a vast expanse of ocean in between. It is nearly impossible to use small rafts or wooden boats to transport tens of thousands of stones across the ocean, as they had to travel 3,200 kilometers back and forth. On top of that, the stones were megaliths, weighing up to 50 tons. Loading any of these stones onto a raft would make the raft sink to the bottom of the ocean in an instant. The number of stones used in Nan Madol's construction is thought to be twice as many as the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. The total weight of the stones alone is 750,000 tons, and it is believed that the amount of labor and resources that went into the construction was more than the Egyptian pyramids. Even if they were using some sort of special method to transport the stones, other problems would have soon followed. Temwen Island, which is made up of corals, was surrounded by slippery moss-covered rocks. Even if the stones were rolled with the help of logs, it would be impossible for the logs to withstand the weight of the megaliths. The megaliths of Nan Madol are systematically piled up in specific places. How could they possibly lift these megaliths, equivalent to the weight of 5 large buses, and pile them up neatly? There is an interesting legend regarding Nan Madol that has been passed down among the people of Pohnpei Island. There are many legends of flying sorcerers around the island. Famous among the locals, one legend is about twin sorcerers named Olishpa and Olosapa, who constructed the city by levitating the megaliths. This legend is also most likely why the locals do not enter Nan Madol after sunset, since they believe that the twin sorcerer's curse exists. They always perform a ritual to ward off evil spirits before entering Nan Madol, even during the day. Presently, Nan Madol is surrounded by dense mangrove forests, making it difficult to check its current condition. Of course, it is also impossible to grasp the general scale of the city. Albert Lin, an ancient civilization explorer who visited Nan Madol, decided to utilize the LiDAR scanner technology and drones. These drones used specialized equipment to take pictures of the whole terrain, then utilized computer technology to remove trees from the pictures. The revealed image of the entirety of Nan Madol was beyond our imagination. Based on this, Lin reconstructed the image of Nan Madol's glory days, and this is what it looks like. The canal that flows through the city makes it even more mysterious. There are various interpretations of this. One of them is about the eel god served by native inhabitants at the time. The theory is that a god taking form of a giant eel turned all the roads into canals so that they would be able to roam inside the city freely. A recent exploration revealed that there are artificial stone structures underwater where the city is located. Radiocarbon dating has revealed that the underwater structures were built around the 8th or 9th century. Additionally, research results show that the civilization that constructed the city may possibly be a civilization prior to the Sodalir dynasty. It is said that locals left a meaningful remark as a response. Prior to the Sodalir dynasty, gods lived in Pohnpei. The most surprising fact is that they were not referring to religious or imaginary gods, but existing giants. Again, surprisingly, records about this actually exist. When Pohnpei Island was occupied by Japan before World War II, the Japanese successfully unearthed various relics from Nan Madol. They even went as far as going underwater in search of relics. I saw a giant leg bone that looked like a human's. They also discovered a giant platinum coffin close to what appeared to be the remains of a giant. Japan's list of exported Pohnpei relics include those made of platinum. But strangely, there are no traces of platinum in the rocks on both Pohnpei Island and Temwen Islands. As for the platinum coffin, although records do exist, its location is still unknown to this day. There are other records pertaining to the giant bone. In the early 20th century, Pohnpei Island was occupied by Germany. On April 29, 1907, Victor Berg, the governor of Germany at the time, wandered around Nan Madol and explored the ruins himself. He entered Nandoas, an ancient tomb where the king's remains were stored. Ignoring the native inhabitants' warnings, he proceeded to open the lid of the coffin. It is said that the coffin contained a skeleton that was 2 meters to 3 meters tall. There's another mysterious line in the records of the same day. Continuing his exploration until nighttime, Governor Berg saw a glowing sphere in the skies of Nan Madol. The next day, on April 30th, he turned delirious and mysteriously passed away. The native inhabitants whispered about his death being caused by the twin sorcerer's curse. William Morgan, a famous archaeologist who made a name for himself in the 20th century, also remarked on Nan Madol. In the Pacific Ocean, ancient Nan Madol has no equal when it comes to mysteriousness. The unidentified ancient city of Nan Madol, where the remains of giants and the legend of sorcerers exist. What secrets could be hidden on the small coral island? This has been Strange Night.